Greetings YouTube and welcome to the fourth episode of... One second, let me turn down the headset. There we go. My fourth episode of my Arden journey from 1 to 1 Ascended 160. Today is going to be a bit longer than the last episode. Last episode was literally just me finishing up the last bit of the Divine Realm and starting Sky Song, along with doing some of the dispatcher quests or grabbing them. As such, after I turn these in, I will grab the next main quest. Oh, he asked me to kill Pikeman. Okay. And there's 33. As I mentioned in the last video, I managed to find my the Arden turn-in of grade 2 and higher provisions. This episode is, as I mentioned, going to be a lot more main story, a lot less, well, a lot longer video based primarily around continuing the main story. I'm going to try a speed run through Sky Song. And because I remember after Sky Song was the Billows, and after the Billows was the Doombog, at least as far as I remember. And Doombog is where leveling really, it both slows down and it speeds up, really. In Doombog you can start getting your sleepless quests, which are the primary ways you get XP after level 60. And it's one of the most efficient, well, it's not really the most efficient, but it's one of the best sources of XP in the game. And I don't have any, son of a bitch. Sleepless quests are also one of the best ways to get rep, because just by killing, you're eventually going to get, killing a certain number of enemies, you're eventually going to get provisions. That's just how loot works, given provisions are the primary loot primary parts of most loot tables in this. As such, just by doing the sleepless quests all night, you're eventually going to get large amounts of provisions, which you can turn in for large amounts of rep, which gets you ethereal gear. When you turn in your provisions for rep, you can then grab your faction's ethereal gear of every 15 levels, which really increases your leveling speed. As such, I am doing the one thing you won't be seeing on video will be the nights where before I cancel the video, I'll grab a bunch of dispatcher quests and a sleepless quest. Because the sleepless quest and along with those dispatcher quests will be running essentially the entire night, and if it's on any day but Saturday night, like tonight, it'll also be running the entire next day as well. Recording just me killing monsters for, let's say, 8 to 16 hours. That would just be rude. As such, most of the time, what I'll probably end up doing is while the Sleepless Quest is running, I will either have recording paused, or I'll just just stop recording and merge the next portion of recording of the next night into the same video. Or I could just not record it. I mean, end a video after I get to a point where I'm going to go do the Sleepless Quests after doing about 40 minutes to an hour of a main quest, because I normally get home about 4 to 5, so sometimes as late as 6. So I don't normally get a lot of time for recording. That's at 18. Yeah, you can see a bug is not showing the number of pikemen I've killed, unfortunately. But with that, that means that a lot of the time I just don't have very much time for recording, let alone time for myself. So I will normally end up recording for most of the week at this point about an hour or two of content, at least try, on days when I work. And days when I'm not working, you'll probably get 2 to 3 videos recorded that'll come out over the first few days of the week. Let's take this weekend, for instance. Tomorrow will be Sunday for me. I don't know what time zone anybody else is in, or if anybody else is already in Sunday, or whatever. Tomorrow I'll be recording 3 separate episodes on the day when this video will actually come out. And during that time, while I'm recording those 3, I'm also going to be, I'll end up recording a Jade Dynasty video and 2 Fire Emblem videos tomorrow. The Jade Dynasty video will come out Monday, and the 2 Fire Emblem videos will come out Tuesday and Wednesday, depending on which order I decide which of them will come out in. So those will. It really does depend on what I decide. I could release the Radiant Path of Radiance first, or I could release the Fire Emblem Awakening modded playthrough first, or I could even decide to do a Fates modded playthrough next episode of that one, when I originally planned on that one not coming out until way later. Because the only video I have for the Fates mod is the one where I was showcasing the start of Chapter 7. On the easiest difficulty. And my next one will... okay, that... Oh, wow. Those aren't that useful to me, unfortunately. I'm already 35 instead of 15. That merit incense is, though. Let's go turn in that merit incense. No, wait, back. Quest related. Turn to the Divine Realm. Yes. Which, now that I actually know where the Arden turn-in guy is, I can actually show you where he's at. And I can also show you why I didn't find him in the first video. He's up over there. I was checking the main portions of the city thinking, you know, rep guy, you want him somewhat, you know, open to find. Somewhat easy to find. No, not for the Arden. They don't get that luck. See, there he is. As you can tell, he's stupidly out of the way and the only person in this area. Which is why it kind of irritated, which is why I couldn't find him on the first video. Or the second video, either way. See, now I've got to the second rank of rep. Probably won't give me the level 45 gear until the next rank, which is bar. Or it could be level restricted, I'm not sure. Either way. Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. The, most of what I was planning with the Fire of the Fates modded playthrough was based on doing it in a couple, essentially next month or the month after that. Because sometime between now and December, the Azeroth at War private server for with all the races and sub races will be released, and I have been really looking forward to it. So that's going to end up being something that I play a lot after they release it. And so I plan to do videos on that for my Ogre Warrior and probably a Machnathal Hunter after it releases. And these videos that are coming out now are essentially, they're interims. Thanks to me finally having internet back, not remembering where my other videos ended, combined with a lack of space on my PC and Azeroth at War not being out. As such, I'm releasing a Jade Dynasty 1 to 160 on my favorite class in the old days. Some Fire Emblem, my favorite game, Fire Emblem games, and the one that I've heard the most about, but have never managed to get a chance to play and was most looking forward to. While I essentially try to build up a large group of stuff, a large chunk of content onto my channel, so that at least you guys who are subscribed to my channel, or for any newcomers, they can look back to find out what I was doing at the real start of my channel. Because previously, when I was making videos and putting stuff out, I started not too long before I got the news that we were being evicted from our current rented home. And so I started having to plan for that instead of just making YouTube content. I did try to make some videos to be released while what I expected would be a month or two without internet. Instead, it was nearly a year without internet. And as such, I did not plan for that. And because I did not plan for that, you guys who are subscribed ended up getting like 1 or 2 videos during a time when I had no internet, instead of the full series that I had thought to make during that period. I didn't succeed. Internet was turned off before I could finish recording all of those in our previous place where we lived. So that didn't, as such, to make up for that one, I'm likely going to have to reinstall Neo 2 at some point just to finish recording that. Then I need to get Neo 3, because if I'm going to record a Neo 2 playthrough as my favorite, one of my favorite games of all time, then I need to have I need to do a blind playthrough of Neo 3. That's what I'm planning on, at least. Once it's released on the PC, I'll get it on Steam, or probably just Steam, and then do a blind playthrough, a let's play of Neo 3, and then once it comes out, at least next year, and I'll plan on whatever I do after that while I'm doing the playthrough of Neo 3. See, this is what I meant about in my last video about Celestial being better than Ethereal. Attack power 147 to 159, whereas with my Ethereal bow it's 93 to 105. Well, plus 4. The Celestial gear is better than Ethereal gear of the same level. The problem is that Celestial gear is rarer, and I personally have no idea how to get most of it. Where's my second ring? See, how many do I have left? 12. Okay. A lot of... Honestly, I should just pause this, but I have plenty more to talk about, even if they're not currently right off the top of my head. And constantly pausing videos gets repetitive. So what I'll probably end up doing is just speeding up all this killing section where I'm not talking. Oh, accidentally hit the mic. Four more. Okay. It's 2, 3. After this one, they should end up sending me to the animated soldiers, where I can grab the animated soldiers and underhanded culprit dispatch quests for some extra XP. When I do that, I will probably, if I can grab all of them, I'll probably end up grabbing them, going to do all the quests, and then damn. Please don't give it back to me. I don't want to do that yet. Right now, at least. I don't want it clogging up my damn quest screen. Oh, it's sending me all the way up there. There we go. As I was saying, most of the killing section of these will probably be sped up, so you don't have to watch the boring parts of the fights. Sorry, it's been a long day and I did not get that much sleep last night. Anyway, plenty of the this specific private server has very few people. I think at max it's like 400 or 500 something. So, you know, not very populated. At least right now. But what it does have is really good for what it is. Hang on. It's got a lot of... Okay, that resuming delivery. F. I guess I'll see what it wants from it. And culprits and mass thieves. Once I get over there, I'll probably go smoke a cigarette and let it run while killing the animated soldiers and culprits. And then after that, I'll go hunt the mass thieves. The mass thieves shouldn't take as long. As such, it won't be as boring as watching me just slowly kill a couple people at a time. And then have to wait for respawns. Excuse me. And then have to wait for respawns. Given that, I'll let you watch me kill the mass thieves if they end up being more than one in a single area. Or more than one to three in a single small area. Like right where it's sending me is literally just a few animated soldiers. I want those. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off Fox form, my travel form essentially. I'm going to go ahead and after I hit invigorate, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette, take a break for a minute, and then I'll speed this up so you don't have to watch this in slow. Alright. sometimes the AI for the invigorate just doesn't work how you want it to. And sometimes it works great. It's not that good. It's the guy really make soldiers at this point. So best I can. I'm going to be over there for more of them. I'm going to keep this little section where I'm talking, and then I'll speed up after I stop talking to roughly until I get the last things. Alright, that's... Sometimes just don't take care of my thieves. Yeah, a lot of this will be sped up so you don't have to watch it for stupid amounts of time. Because this is taking longer than I thought they would. When I turn these in, depending on how long I've been recording, I very well might just cut the video after the turn-ins. I don't know yet though. Oh, all of these are mass thieves. Okay, this should go by pretty freaking quick. And it's been almost an hour at this point. So, yeah, after I turn these in, I'll cut the video, edit it, post it, and you'll see it sometime around 8:30 in the morning. Right around the time I get up, actually. At least when I can sleep in. And I will also be speeding up the mass thieves from roughly about here to the end of it. I'll speed up the run back because Lord knows, well, I'll be speeding up all of the running, since Lord knows you don't want to watch that too much of that. As such, when this video is edited and posted, it should come out somewhere between 30 and 35 minutes. Instead of the normally hour-long Jade Dynasty videos I've been posting previously. Well, the 2 hours and 2 hour videos and an 18 minute video. Needless to say, that one was short. Alright, that's the end of that. Actually, instead of doing the run back, I'm just gonna teleport back and turn these in. Much quicker. This is not going to be the last video I film today, but the next one will be a stream where I continue a playthrough of 3.14 Stellaris with Zenith of Fallen Empires, going the Cosmogenesis route. in the hopes of getting some more Stellaris videos out before 4.0 gets stabilized, because the mods on 4.0 right now, 4.0 is not stable, and mods make it worse, and I can't play normal Stellaris without at least some mods anymore. Primarily the Fallen Empire mods, Zenith, ACOT, playable Fallen Empires. Zenith is my favorite, with the ACOT being a close second. But the thing is, Zenith has not been updated for 4.0 yet, and with 4.0 not being stable, I don't blame them. Anyway, this should be approaching the end of the video. You'll see me turn this in, and then you should get a cut right then, or right after that. And there we go. Alright, so that's enough of that. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.